What is going on, guys? Test the Limit or TTL here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over my top 5 plays for League of Legends slash Esports for July 24th. No CSGO plays for tomorrow. There's only really 1 or 2 games on Prizepicks. Really loving the League of Legends though. We went 4 for 4 today. We technically went 5 for 5 in my last video, but JJ got DNP'd because he did not play game 2, which really sucks. But we hit the 5x anyways because it counted as a 4 for 4. Let's do it again today, except cancel out the DNP. So let's go 5 for 5 today. I'm feeling really confident. I've been looking a lot at the game script of a lot of these games and looking at the numbers. So I'm playing games that are, I'm playing props that are backed by the math and the analytics, as well as the game script, the champions they play, and things like that. So I'm really excited for this slate. I think we go 5 for 5 or at least 4 for 5 and double our money. Let's get straight into it. My first prop is Hacker over 3. So Hacker is the jungler for Ultra Prime. They are going against top esports tomorrow. He's hit this number 8 out of his past 10 matches and 5 out of 5 for his past 5 series. He has an average of 2.1 kills per game, which would be 4.2 on average per series, which is 1.2 over what the line currently is. And I do expect Ultra Prime to get dominated in the best of 3 versus top esports. Don't get me wrong. I really like Elk as their AD carry, and I like Shalcy as their support. But Shalcy is getting subbed out for some support that I've never even heard of. But I do like Elk. So I think without Shalcy, Elk has less kill potential, which hurts Ultra Prime as a team, but helps Hacker even more than what he has been performing, because I expect him to get more of the kills. So he does play a ton of champions like Viego, Wukong, and Xin Zhao. So I do think he has so much kill potential. And as a jungler in the LPL, which is one of the most aggressive leagues in League of Legends, I think it is wild that they have this line set at 3. So I definitely recommend hitting this one. My prop number 2 is Elem over 3. So he's hit this number 6 out of his past 10 matches. He averages 2 kills per game, which would be 1 over this line if you count the whole series. And I expect this to be a very bloody series. So I think it's very likely, I would say, that Live Sandbox win one of the first 2 games, and that Kwangdong Freaks wins one of the first 2 games as well. So I think they both get a win, which makes me love both sides of their props, right? So LM is a great jungler. This is the LCK, so it's a lot slower than the LPL if you don't know how League of Legends leagues work. Basically, LCK is China and LPL is China, sorry, and LCK is Korea. And the Koreans tend to play a lot smarter, right? So they play a slower paced game and just try and win the game, kind of like chess. But then in LPL, they're just like, they're very smart, don't get me wrong, but they're like, kill, kill, kill. Like, I'm going to go kill this guy. So the LCK does go slower. So the line of 3 makes a lot more sense here. But LM tends to play a lot of champions similar to Hacker. So like Viego, Wukong, Xin Zhao, Lee Sin, things like that. So 3 kills can happen in 1 game, especially if they win one of the games. And I do expect it to be 1-1 after the first 2 games. My third prop is Dove over 3.5. So he's actually on the other side in the top lane. He is on Live Sandbox as the top laner. He averages 2.8 kills per game over his last 10, which would be 5.6, a whole 2.1 kills over his prop line. And he should win this top lane matchup, and I expect the games to be bloody. And like I said, I expect each team to win 1 in the first 2 games, which is the reason that I'm on all of their overs pretty much. He projects for 2 kills over this line, and 3.5 is just a very low number, especially for this player in this series, in this matchup. And then prop number 4 and 5, they do go together. If you're going to play a 2-man power play, I would recommend playing prop 4 and 5. It's my top 2-man power play. And then that's the only 2-man I'm playing, and then I'm playing the full 5-man. Prop number 4 is Wayward, under 5.5. He's only hit this number in 2 out of his last 10. He's a great top laner, my bad. Don't get me wrong, but I really love Zoom in the top lane, who is his matchup. 5.5 is a lower line for a top laner in the LPL, but Wayward has been averaging just a little bit over 2 kills per game. I don't remember the exact number. It was like 2.2 or 2.3, which is lower by an entire kill than what this prop line is set at. And I would be very surprised if he went over this, because it's a losing matchup. The analytics, the numbers do not match for him to go over this line. He's an entire kill below this line on average. And I think that they have, like, because the odds are so heavy for top esports to win, I think they just have this line completely wrong, if you want me to be honest with you. I just don't see a way that Wayward gets to 5.5. And prop number 5, the one that I like matching with Wayward the most, is Zoom over 3. So he's hit this 5 out of his last 10, right? So I almost wanted to say only, because that is a 50% chance. And when you're playing Prizepicks, you don't want a 50% chance. But after digging a little bit and looking at the game script, I love this play, especially with Wayward's under. So Zoom tends to play super aggressively. He's a very good top laner. I love him as a top laner. I loved him when he was on, I believe it was JDG. I love Zoom. 3 is a very low number for the LPL. For junglers, top laners, pretty much anybody, as I've already said. And I expect him to win the matchup. So even though Ultra Prime will most likely lose the game, I expect him to win his matchup in the top lane. So he's averaging 1.9 kills per game, which would have him projected for around 3.8 over the series. And it does set him up for the over, as well as his champion pool being very wide. And what I mean by that is he will play champions like Tryndamere, which, if you don't know League of Legends, is a very bloodthirsty champion, right? So he's very high damage, high risk, I guess you could say, right? So he has a giant sword. He goes in and he kills things. And then he goes and plays champions like Sejuani, which is, if you don't know, it's a lady riding a boar, and she's really tanky. So she does some damage, but her main thing is she's a really big tank. She does not die. So recently they've been putting him on Sejuani, and he's somehow been getting like 5 kills a game as Sejuani. So he doesn't die, which sets up Wayward's under, and he gets tons of kills, which sets Zoom's over. So if he gets on Sejuani or Tryndamere or anything like that, if you don't know, Tryndamere's ult, which is an ability he gets after level 6, makes him not die for like 3 seconds. So it literally, like, the champions that Zoom plays perfectly matches up for this matchup to make his hit the over and Wayward's hit the under. So I absolutely love that 2-man power play. And I'm going to do a 5-man flex of all 5. Let me know what you guys think of this. Let me know what you guys have been thinking of the videos. I'm back, baby. We're going to streak, man. We're going to get on fire. Please hit the thumbs up button. Leave a comment down below. And let's make some money, guys. Like, that's what we all want to do in the end, right? We want to make some money. So let's do just that. Let's make some money, guys. Love you all. Let's make some money, and I'll see you guys next video. Leave a comment down below after we kill it, because we're going to. And let me know how you did, man. See you guys tomorrow. Hit the thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys then.